All right, good morning, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another video for you. Crisis point number 2 off of this Thursday night game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. I already did the one on Allen Robinson, which blew up overnight, well over 1,000 views, and almost 40 comments when I saw it this morning. I'm gonna discuss now Cam Akers, which was even more horrific for his owners. I mean, Allen Robinson at least got you 2.5 points in a PPR league. Cam Akers gave you like literally nothing. And you know, I'm certainly not totally surprised about the Darrell Henderson being a factor, but even I didn't even think it was going to be this drastic. So all summer long, I told you to avoid Cam Akers. And I even did a video, which I reposted on Twitter yesterday. Before I get any further, if you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button as well. It's 5:30 in the morning here in New York. I'm talking low too because you'll see my murder here on this video if I wake up the wife, so bear with me. But as far as Cam Akers, I said that any running back coming back from a Achilles tendon tear is a very bad situation and one that needs to be avoided. There's almost no cases of a running back that has torn an Achilles and come back and played well. You know, we saw the career end of Arian Foster when he suffered his torn Achilles. We're seeing the end of Marlon Mack's career when he tore his Achilles. Lendale White, Andre Ward, just on and on and on the list goes. Cam Akers could be now added to this list. The way it looks, it's certainly in the realm of possibility. So all summer long, like I said, when Akers was being drafted in the 4th round, which I thought was absolutely absurd, I said, you got to avoid this guy. This ADP is out of control. We all loved Akers coming out of college, out of Florida State, but the ADP of 4th round was ridiculous. And it was almost like many in the fantasy football community had their heads in the sand and just didn't want to see the obvious that was in front of them, that he looked completely shot in terms of speed, burst, agility when he came back from the Achilles down the stretch last season and into the playoffs. Many wanted to just give him a mulligan. Oh, you know, all that extra months away from the surgery and from the injury, he's going to be much better this time around. Well, we heard Sean McVay throughout training camp talk up Darrell Henderson, and then he started talking up Kyren Williams. So that the radar really started to go off for me then. And then yesterday, of course, Darrell Henderson, not Akers, starts the game. Works the whole first drive, works the whole second drive, and in the end, Henderson 13 carries to only 3 for Akers. Now, Henderson wasn't great, 13 carries for 47 yards, 3.6 a pop, but he caught 5 passes for 26 yards. So in PPR leagues, he played pretty well. Now, as far as Akers, 3 carries, 0 yards, okay? And no catches in the receiving game. Now, you can look at this one of two ways. I think that Sean McVay saw Akers during the summer and in training camp and realized he still doesn't have the burst back. And that's why he began talking up Henderson and Kyren Williams to prepare everybody for the fact that Akers may not get much work early on. The second thing is that McVay maybe does want to have a committee and take this as an opportunity to ease Akers back into things, knowing the Achilles injury, knowing how serious it is to come back from, and buying himself some time. And let's face it, Henderson played well the first month and a half of last season before the hits started to pile up. He's a smaller back. He does need to be on some sort of a snap count. So I think going forward, we're going to see more of Akers. Whether the results are there, that I'm not sure. I can't guarantee that. But again, anytime a back tears an Achilles, just run for the hills. Unless he comes dirt cheap like James Robinson. You could take a dart throw on James Robinson because he wasn't even drafted in some leagues. So you're not going to lose anything. But those people who spent a 4th and 5th round pick on Cam Akers look screwed. All right? So this is a bad situation. Obviously, you bench Cam Akers next week. You don't cut him. Not yet. Let's give it another 2 games, see what happens here. But not surprised at all by what we're seeing here. Not good. So, yeah, Cam Akers looks completely like a bust situation happening at this point. Could change, but again, knowing the history of this injury, I don't think so. All right, hit that subscribe, hit the notification button. More videos are going to be coming soon.